All right. I think we're ready. I was going to edit this video together, but my software started acting crazy and sending my mouse across the screen. So we'll just try this live. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to front load this with the tutorial parts and then just hang around for a little bit to answer questions. So if you want to start trying to get this set up, that'd be great. It'll also be on video on demand. You can check it out, rewatch parts that you get stuck on. But so the first part, let's do the Audacity part where you're capturing the voice of the announcer that you're interested in. Sorry, again, I have an echo in my audio, and it is so hard to talk. I feel like I'm in Yankee Stadium, but I have not been able to solve my audio issues. So that's why I slur my words a little bit, because I'm talking over myself. Okay, here we go. This is the Audacity part. So what I did is I'm working on Harry Callis. So I found a video that pretty much just had him talking. Now, unfortunately, it was 9/11, and he was pretty depressed and sad, obviously. So that ends up translating, but I try to fix it later. But this is just the basics of how that works. So I get Audacity going, I get a YouTube video going, and then I record this. Hey there, VO. Okay, wait, that sound's not coming across. Yeah, so VO, we'll go through all those. Okay, let's see, why do I have no volume here? Okay, well, the principle still applies. So what I had done at this point is to just record with Audacity the YouTube audio, and then you can go back through, cut it up, or if it's for the most part right, this is all you need. You'll save this, and then you'll use this in 11 Labs to start trying to create your voice. All right, so let's move to that portion. So this is 11 Labs. Go to Voices. You're going to create your own voice, instant voice clone. Now you're going to input the voice that you just created. You can try it different ways. Remove volume. Yeah, you can save WAV or MP3. You can try with remove background noise, which I would prefer not, because with sports you like to get that little crowd in the background. But in this case, I had to remove the background. It was causing some issues. But I got pretty good results the very first time on this. So, Theo, can you hear this? Um, I'm not getting it on my end, so I guess I'm just going to describe what you're hearing. Okay, I'll just continue. So, this is what the screen you're eventually going to input into is going to look like. You'll be capturing the screen, pasting it here, and generating. And the generate has a shortcut key, which you'll use in Voice Attack. So this is 11 labs. You've set your voice up, and now you're ready. When you get satisfied, it's going to take a while to get, unless you get super lucky. And we kind of did on this hairy callus, which I'll show you here in just a second. So after that, we move to, oh, I was just showing you how it was working. Still assume no volume on your end. Let me try one more thing here. No. All right, then we go into voice attack. That's the, okay, so probably the, okay, so the sound is working on this. All right, so I'm just gonna let this play. So this is voice attack. It was $10 at one point. I'm not sure how much it is. I've had this for 10 years and use it all the time. It allows you to do a whole lot of things automatically. So I'm going to give you, for instance, this button that I have programmed here. Let's edit. So you would set this up as a new button. This is going to be a lot of stuff you're going to have to figure out, but I'm showing you how I have mine set up, and hopefully you can work around, because I'm certainly not going to be able to technical support 5 different programs, but this is how I have it set up. So with voice attack, you can execute a command by talking into the microphone, and it does voice recognition. You can do it with pressing a key, so you could do like Alt T or whatever. In my case, I have a joystick, I have like an Xbox controller, so it doesn't conflict with any button pushes, because when I have this on and I go to type something, it can be a problem, but typically you wouldn't be using Alts and different F keys. But so this particular macro goes to this part of the screen. So I would do mouse, move, and then you set the position of your mouse. So I would hit set position. Let's see if I can move this over. And so wherever I am on my screen, in this case I'm looking to replicate the quick button in action, which is going to be down around in here, but you would set this up with the game open. And then I just hit F8, it locks in the position of where you were, hit OK, hit OK, and so that sets you, it will move your mouse to that exact spot, and then all I do is left click, have mouse left click, and it clicks that button for me. So that executes part 1 of my commands, and then it goes to this. Now this one's way more complicated, but I'll put this in the description. These numbers are going to be different for you. If you're using 2 monitors, I actually use 3. But if you use 2 monitors, or if you're going to try to window this and put your 11 labs in a different spot, this can run behind. Voice attack can just run in the background. It does not have to be visible. But you can see there's a lot of stuff happening to make those commands work. You're going to have to edit here and here. So that's voice attack. That's another part of this. And we'll go to the next section. Okay. So you were asking, yeah, the play-by-play is in some games like replay. I have it in the basketball and baseball. And that's certainly a way to do it. You would just have to edit exactly what he wanted to say. The beauty of this is it allows the announcer to say whatever the play-by-play says, which is the best possible scenario, I think. All right, so that's Audacity, most of 11 labs. That's Voice Attack, and now you need one more, which is ShareX. Okay, next is ShareX. This is the program that's going to grab the screen. This is probably going to be the most confusing of the programs. And I'm new to this, so I'm not even going to be the best at explaining how to set this up. But this is going to grab the text off the screen. So you can see here where it grabbed no runs, no hits, no errors. So then this gets posted with Voice Attack, gets pasted into 11 labs, and then from 11 labs it generates speech. So let's see. How did I set this up? You can use any AI to help walk you through some of these questions. I'm contemplating maybe opening up a Discord, but you know, I'm sharing this information, showing you the basics of how to get it done. I don't want, well, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. All right. So I have mine set up to capture a region of the screen. So if I'm glancing at this, I can tell I'm capturing a little bit too far left, but that's okay for now. The only other stuff, other than setting up the exact spot on the screen, let me look at each of these settings. I know I have to do an after capture task. Let's see, and that is recognize text OCR. See if I do anything. I don't do any uploads. I actually don't know if all these, I guess these are probably stored somewhere clogging up my hard drive. I haven't figured out how to turn these off. Let's see. Just gonna kind of go through my settings and see. All right, okay, so this is how you set up your region where it captures. You hit select region and then drag a box over the area that you want to capture. So that's pretty simple. I'm glad I noticed that. That's pretty close to it, I think. Somewhere. Let's see. Let me keep looking. I'm sorry I didn't have this figured out before I started this. Actions, no. All right, one of these is going to be a capture. Oh, no, there it is. So what we're looking for is to copy results to the clipboard. That's got to be, that has to be checked. I'm going to leave it to you to figure out where that was. I've gone through my settings here. I did turn this on to hide the screen capture because it liked to throw that up on the screen. I like it to all be done in the background. So application setting, is that it? So I think it is possible to eliminate voice attack potentially. I think you can set like a, say your middle mouse click, and it can just capture the region. But then you would have to click into 11 labs. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. Yeah, you probably want to use voice attack. I was just thinking that can actually capture it. but it's not worth avoiding just setting voice attack up. So anyway, so that covers ShareX. You just want it to set a region, copy it, and then voice attack will take over. You're going to have to set up a hotkey in this, which I have here. So this is the one that I did here. Let's see if this may be where I set up the... There it is. Automatically copy results to the clipboard. Okay. So then I put that hotkey, Alt-T, into my voice attack command, which if you don't set yours to Alt-T and you're using my prompt, you're going to need to change that. So that covers that. All right, I'm going to cut this and I'm going to put all this together. Okay, so again, I apologize. This is way more scattered than I intended. Like I said, my video editing software was messed up, but this gets you the basics on each of these programs. Once you start messing with them, it'll become way more simple and understandable. But let's go in. Let me give you my example of what we've accomplished, what we worked on. So this is Harry Callis. All right. So I've done a little work on the Harry Callis voice to see if we can get it a little bit better. It was a little down in the one that we had made. So try to add. So I have two different versions. I think this one is the better of the two, but let's try it out.
1-2 count. In at the knees.
Okay, I did not like the way that sounded. Let me try changing a few settings here. Okay, so what I'm changing here, there's a speed, stability, and similarity. So for this particular one, I've moved it up to faster, 1.09, stability at 50%, and similarity at 93%. I'm also using 11 Flash version 2.5. So that's a little bit cheaper, doesn't cost as much to do that, and the results I think get a lot better. So here's where I'm changing that. I'm changing similarity.
No runs, no hits, no errors after 1/2 inning. Arizona, New York coming to bat.
All right, that sounded good, real good.
Late called strike. Goldschmidt goes down looking. Gallen gets the strikeout.
And pump up the similarity a little bit more. Add a little bit more speed to it.
Carroll going back, he's under it and makes the catch on the track. The 3-0 high and inside before. No runs, no hits, no errors after 1 complete. Arizona, Yankees.
All right, there you go. I think that's it. This could be very easy. Could potentially be a headache. Good luck. Feel free to ask some questions. I'll do the best I can to help. If we see we need to create a Discord, which may be good, that we could share voices and files, etc. Maybe we'll do that. Alright, thanks so much for watching. And I'm going to go cut and splice this video together. Okay, so again, not the slickest tutorial you ever watch on YouTube, but we got the gist out there. And again, if you're on the Facebook groups, we're in sports simulations and action PC for this one. Theoretically, digital dice would also be an option. Happy to answer questions. You can ask post in this video. I'll jump back to it. But anyway, that's the basics. And I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the nice comments. I appreciate all the new subscriptions. That's a really big deal. And thumbs up this video if it helps, if it gives you some ideas. Let me know if you come up with some better solution, and we will catch you next time. Thank you so much.